going to be commentating over a video, and I think it's going to be really effective for you. Here at the start, you should stand in this bush. This gives less vision, and Orianna could be sitting here, hit a Q on you if you start walking back to lane. All in all, it's safer to be here, as long as you start moving at the beginning of the game.
30 seconds until minions spawn. A summoner has reconnected. Minions have spawned.
When we're going to laning phase, we want to identify the threat range of Orianna, and if we don't know, then we need to at least know what her abilities do, and you can do this by searching it up earlier in the game, like in loading screen. We know that Orianna wants to start her Q to poke and to gain control of the wave, and currently she doesn't level an ability, but she should just take Q because it's the only ability she can use. You're going to take your Q, it gives you easier CSing. Your range and her range are pretty similar in terms of using Qs, but she has more dominance because her Q is a lower mana and does more damage than yours, like over the course of time at least. It also has a lower cooldown. So getting into it, we're CSing here, and I think that you're positioning too aggressively. In this matchup, you should identify that Orianna is a lane bully, while you're trying to scale and hopefully outscale her. This means that you don't want to be standing here, because she'll have the ability to, let's say, like walk up this way and then Q you, while still being able to control the wave, or she can Q here to begin pushing the wave, and then now you're in a bad spot because you need to follow up with a Q, and the way the mana pools go, and the mana cost of the ability, you'll be down and disadvantaged. So you should be standing somewhere around here, or even further back here, just hitting the first minion. Here, you actually have a minion advantage. So you can press this because she wants to CS this thing. So you can start hitting this wave here, and you can maybe even get a Q if you walk up and just like try to splash all these three, because she's going to be inputting an auto attack to kill this sooner or later. Given this, she is probably going to use her Q to CS and like auto attack you, or just like Q you. And your two choices are to 50-50 trade, so like she hits you, you hit her, or just don't entertain it at all, and then stand really far away like you're doing now and just keep on auto attacking. Let's see what happens. You're choosing to stand back and CS, but okay. Yeah, that's nice. What I'm seeing here is that you walk up and you're looking for a Q while hitting the minions. That's what you want. The fact that it didn't hit, it just comes down to her, stepping to the side. She shouldn't be hit by it, but I think if you had hit it or Q'd a little bit earlier when she was standing right here, not really thinking, you would have gotten off your first strike, and that would have been a little bit of an advantage. At this point in the game, when you're getting your grips, you want to figure out where the jungler is. So you would see at the beginning of the game, hey, are these people leashing or are they not leashing? Well, the answer is that they were. So you know that Sejuani is probably starting bot side. I think it's generally a good idea to just think that the jungler is starting bot side unless, otherwise, because that's where a lot of junglers like to start. I'm actually confused why she's doing her raptors, but we don't know this yet. In fact, I'll turn on the fog of war here. But right now we're thinking we just used our Q. We don't know where Sejuani is. We can assume she is maybe here, or she's doing her gromp right now. We don't know what she's doing. And everything's pretty even. When we use our ability, it means that we have to walk away because now Orianna has her ability, which we're doing here. I still don't like this. She can walk up and just Q auto you. You have no way to fight back against it, and she'll get more damage off than you, and you'll be at a disadvantage in terms of mana and HP. Here she misses her Q. Okay, you miss. Oh, look, you miss your Q. That's fine, but we should be ready to really just trade back on Orianna if she tries to hit us with a small ability. I'm also not a fan of standing here. The reason why is, again, Orianna is a lane bully, so her Q range is sort of like a circle. I don't know if I can display it, but in this area, she has a circle kind of like this, in which her Q can move, and the Q specifically moves from like where the ball is currently to where the ball will be after casting. So if she has the ball here, and you're standing here, this is within the threat range of the circle, and you're giving her a path right here to QW you and then damage you. And it's really hard to trade against, so what you should be doing instead is, because her circle's like this, it ends around here. Because that's the cast range of her Q ability, you can stand somewhere right here to CS this, and you'll be in a lot better state than trying to push up and, now you're in threat here, she'll Q you do this. In addition, Sejuani should actually be on Raptors or near Raptors right now, and she could just wrap around and, I don't know, like, be right here, Q you, make your life miserable, since Orianna's lane bully. Anyways, you have a minion advantage, and so she's just trying to auto-attack in the meantime. Her Q is coming back up, so she's looking for another poke. I'd say in this time, you should actually be using your E to be pushing this wave a little bit faster, because you want this to move in pretty far into the tower range before her next wave comes. That way she's really, really focused on hitting the minions and not really trying to poke you. That's how we can reduce the amount of damage we take, is by pushing the wave all the way to tower, so that they have to see us with their abilities instead of just trying to poke you. It's the same thing here. We're looking for a trade. I like this, because we have all of her abilities. She wants to CS this minion. And then this is the 50-50 trade where she's going to hit her ability, you're going to hit your ability, and that's all good. Also, a little side note is that because you have these minions pushing, I was about to say, because you have these minions pushing like this, you're allowed to just Q the wave, and she's forced to Q in response because she doesn't want the wave to crash that hard. And so you're trying to elicit that response from her. I'd say around 240 is a good time to start putting down wards for Sejuani, and let's check where she is right now. The reason why is because you have a wave pushing, so actually you could walk over this way and get a ward on her Raptors just in case. And this is about the time when she's clearing up like a 3-camp. You can see that she did a red Raptors Wolves, and then now she's moving towards blue. So in this time, if, let's say, I don't know, she was even doing like red Krugs or Raptors, you could ward over here or over here, and you'd be able to spot her out quite easily. The Faker likes to ward here because you get information on the camp and the jungler, because if this camp isn't taken, then we know she's like up here, and if this camp is taken, then we know she's, I don't know, probably done red side, could be over here since we don't know, or could just be doing a full clear. Regardless, it's good information. I like your Q, you're just shoving in the wave. Trading onto Orianna with 50-50, all perfect. Yeah. And here's an interesting situation. You push in the wave, but because your mana and HP are so low because it took so long, we're kind of in a space where Orianna has a lot of threat on you, since you have used a potion, or actually both your, or you only have one potion, and she has the potion advantage, towards them being cheaper, meaning she has more effective HP throughout the lane. And when we're doing some kind of work like this, I don't like it because it really tells you nothing other than if Sejuani is like entering right here. The issue with Sejuani entering right here is that if it's too late for her to be doing a 3-camp clear, so she can't just do like red Krugs Raptors into here anymore, otherwise she'd just be super inefficient. And if it's here, then you can't see her doing like a blue Gromp Wolves into gank from here because you have no vision. It's more effective to just take the extra bit of time and ward maybe right here to see if the Raptors are gone, or to ward more generally over here to see the pathway from river, because the only way she's clearing is like top side to bot side into Krugs coming up here through river, or bot side to top side coming down here through river. Orianna is pushing back in because we crashed the wave. That's pretty normal. I think that this is a good time to maybe look for like just slight Qs. There's no huge reason, but like this minion's dying, you don't really want to walk up. Oh, I guess she doesn't do anything. But the walking up there is inherently risky because she can trade onto you for free, and she's going to be dealing more damage than you and getting more worth out of it. You want to at least be putting in some autos here, because she is trying to crash the wave, and the larger the wave is when she crashes, the worse it'll be for you, because it's like more minions you have to deal with, that's more tower damage taken, that's more time spent under tower. And so like right now what you're doing is really good. Like you're clearing the wave, you're pushing things, probably because you see Bard, which he kind of baits you. But this looks pretty good. This is ideal. Since over here we're like scared, we're not autoing anything, it kind of sucks for us actually. And then once you do a trade, I mean, you could just keep on throwing Qs and using your E here. And then once Bard comes and we have the confidence to do this kind of clear, this is perfect. It stops her from crashing. I don't know what she's doing here. She has all of her abilities up, but it's pretty perfect for you. I would say at this point, like right here, because you stopped her from crashing such a large wave and she has a whole ass cannon wave to attend to, you can actually just walk back and then recall. That's what I do in this situation. I think that you could, like, technically stay in lane for a longer time, but if we look at the map, like, I don't know why Sejuani's still doing her camps and she's just super slow. But Sejuani could park herself here and then Q over the wall and just like deal a ton of damage to you, or Orianna has enough burst to maybe kill you or like burn your flash. And if your flash is burned by level 6, then Orianna ults, pulls you to here, Sejuani Q flash. It's all just bad. Thankfully they're fighting over here. So in general, basing is a very safe way to go because of TP and it's a cannon wave. Now we're choosing to stay here. Bard's coming in. She uses flash. And Ignite is used. So what this means right now is that Orianna is forced to base, or else she'll, be shoved out of you because you have flash, she doesn't have flash. You can just like flash W, like auto attack, and she'll die. She has two choices, which is to fake a base, which lower elo players will never do, or she'll just base, right? And I like she should just base right here. We can actually see her basing now because of the end vision of. We should be able to see her basing, like the end vision of Ignite here. So like, once Ignite ends, oh my fucking god. Yeah, but we were able to see it if you saw on the map. You can recall, or rewind if you want. And at this point, it's actually bad to be shoving the wave, because she's recalling, and you also want to recall at the same time, so that you can both TP back to lane, and still have the same wave state. If you recall as is, she actually loses some minions, so she's losing this, she'll probably lose this, cannon will be hurting, and if you don't shove, or like do anything to the wave, it'll be fine. But because we're autoing here, and all this stuff, I'm assuming what's going to happen is that she's going to TP back to lane, and you're going to be left sad because you have to stay in lane to attend to the shoving wave, right? So like now we're here. I don't know why this keeps on happening. She's coming back, right? And then now you have to shove in this wave right here. And then she just gets to clear it with Q, right? Like she's just clearing this. You're intending to recall, so trading is like fine, I guess, because we have TP anyways. But the difficulty is like if we trade here, she just gets like a better wave state, she'll start to slow push and then crash into you. Grubs are coming up, so it's better for her. Whereas if we just recalled earlier, TP'd back, we'd be even with her, if not better. Oh, you're probably going for blue flash here. I think it's really not smart to be engaging on somebody like this. One, because she can just run you down with auto attacks, and two, because we don't know where Sejuani is. After there's like a lot of drama here, Sejuani is going to be looking to respond and try to like set this way or set this lane back to equal. And engaging like this could lead to something bad happening. We can see that Udyr's taking his third camp. So like if we assumed that Sejuani was doing like red Krug's Raptors, then she'd already actually be on Raptors again. And that means Sejuani's right here, because Udyr's right here. And yeah, we're just being run down. Yeah, exactly. So Sejuani's right here. I want to see her movement, honestly. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, she was on her Raptors, same time roughly that Udyr's on her Raptors, right? Or on his Raptors. And so, because this happens, she's here for the gank. She's looking to equalize it. You can see her pathing here even earlier, actually. And if we had a ward on the Raptors here, instead of placing it here, we'd actually see when the Raptors are respawning, thus knowing where Sejuani is, because she wants to be at the camps as soon as they respawn. So this... Oh wait, what the hell? Okay, yeah. Now she's coming. And like this is, yeah, probably where you have to flash, because Sejuani could just like flash Q you, because I don't think you knew at the time that she didn't have flash. Even then it's like you might just die to Orianna. If Orianna's a good player, she won't hit this wave, and it's really bad for you anyways, because you'll be losing like maybe 3 to 4 minions by the time you're done recalling. Okay, well she is hitting the waves, that's good for you. But as you can see, taking a trade like that, when instead you can just crash and recall, it will cause you to lose all of these minions against a better player, even if you have TP. And so the smarter choice is just literally to not do anything and queue the wave and just push it in. I like that you're freezing here. You want to look at what the enemies are doing and what you're doing. Let's go back to your vision. We don't know anything about the map, but we can assume that Sejuani is somewhere down here, because she just walked down there, and like her bot lane has an advantage, so she could be in here, and or taking the Drake, one of the two. Either way, we see that Udyr's taking this, and we're looking to actually get lane priority, because we need to be there just in case Udyr does something stupid. I think that Gragas is really low, so maybe you're thinking of giving this up. But in a lane where you have full HP and Orianna's at roughly like 55%, it's better to just, start pushing the wave, auto-attacking it, keeping command of it, as that will give you the opportunity to prevent her from recalling, and then taking advantageous trades because you're ahead. I don't know. I think that it's good to assume that your opponent will be good, but we've already identified that the Orianna doesn't know how to use her abilities very well, and isn't zoning you off properly. So right here, when we hit our 6th spike, I think that we can just W in, and hopefully that's what you do. Yeah. So, that's not what we do, but imagine if right here, when we hit level 6, because we know we're hitting 6, like really, really soon, one more minion, right? As soon as you see this ability come out, and you see that this cannon is like dying, auto-attack W, and then like level up R and then cast R, right? Instead we like Q and back off, but like why? So Sejuani is like over here somewhere doing whatever she wants. She's not going to be able to be back in time to like fuck you up or anything. We saw her, she's level 4. Udyr's right here, so relatively the same distance, getting grubs. And we're just missing this huge trade opportunity where she has nothing and still has yet to hit level 6. We could actually deny it, maybe make her miss cannon while running her down. And if she chooses to hit cannon, then it may be pretty bad for her because we could like get on top of her and kill her. But we have no Q to slow. Our R is, okay, great hit. We see her walking down, which means we actually need to follow her. And the reason why is, or I don't mean follow her through here because you have no vision, but I mean follow her through here, because what's going to happen is you can just poke her down even more, so she's forced to recall at a really bad time. You're pushing, this is good. And in this situation, if you had followed her down here and cleared the wave at the same time, you'd block her off from coming this way, so she can't even get to the wave. And you'd be in a really good spot because your W allows you to escape over the wall in case Sejuani's like, I don't know, right here, decides to kill on top of you and hurt you. Instead of walking this way, we actually have no idea where Orianna is, and then only when we ward, we see her. And it's already just like an annoying situation. She's gonna get hurt, but she can WE herself, and then get back to the wave, while you're just kind of like, oh, well I missed my opportunity to block her off from the wave. Right? Oh, do you hit here? No. I like that. I think that if you have a ward that doesn't give a lot of information, or like didn't give you any information the first time, you should maybe not put it down again. So like we put on this ward, and then you have to think to yourself, well, like, did I understand anything happening on the map with that ward? And like, yeah, maybe sure you can say, okay, well I know that nobody walks through here, but that doesn't really mean anything if you know that they walked through. Or like, if instead you can know that they walked through here, or that they haven't walked through here by not clearing the camp. Now that we're on low mana, but half HP, we want to be shoving in, like you are now. I'd be actually dumping my abilities into the wave. Okay, great. And this is what we wanted happening the entire time. Orianna has to base at a bad time. She's losing these minions, and then Sejuani has to come to stop it. This is great. She can't tower type with Yorick. She can't stop these people from pushing in either. Recalling on a cannon wave is really nice because she can't shove this in properly. And let's see what you're going for. We have a tier and then call fields, or upgrade at least. Okay. Right here you see that she used her Q, so again you can just like dump your entire kit. I like this, but I don't like this. You can stop her from like crashing as hard by just dumping your abilities into this unfortunate auto attack and just keep on casting. But like at this point, you again, like, we don't know where Sejuani is for sure. She could be heading anywhere, right? Like, we have this ward here, but I don't know, she could just like be somewhere here and fucking suck, but thank God she's taking her red for no reason. Remember how much damage the minions do? It's an issue if you're trying to run on top of the Orianna as somebody that like has a Caulfield's. Caulfield's is fine, but like it's Caulfield's tier and you're Corki, and you don't really do anything right now. And then there's all these minions dealing DPS to you. Like this is a champion. This is a champion auto-attacking right now. And in the way this goes, you're gonna end up losing the trade. You can't even R because the minions block. Like, thank God she doesn't auto-attack her Q properly, right? Thank God she doesn't cast her R and just like chunk you. I think that lower elo players, especially when it's like this champion, you should not be able to play the game against her. They're giving you kind of bad habits potentially, because like if he's QWing the minions, and then instead of just instantly trading onto her, or like with a poke trade, you're kind of just like sitting back and then CSing the wave, and it's still just in a bad spot because you don't really push as fast as her, or you don't push in the way she does, and so we're just taking damage for free. We know she's missing. Yep. The question is where, right? We're pushing, but like they could literally be sitting here and just like running at you, and then what do? You have no flash. You have like W, but Sejuani, we probably know she has flash. She can like Q flash with a Orianna R. Maybe she's level 6 somehow and then hits you with 6 and then it sucks. So in general, we just kind of need to play a little bit safer or get vision by like walking this way, warding here, or anything that keeps you safe before pushing. Especially when we're like meleeing these minions so that we ensure that we get them, and then pushing here. Like we don't... Actually, sorry, I should really verify that information. We see Orianna missing. We don't know where she is. I wouldn't think that she's roaming up to Barak Mobamba in the top lane. I would think, oh, why is she leaving? Like, is she trying to bait me or something? And then we don't know where Sejuani is, we haven't seen her on a map for a while. And the only vision we have is like here, which only tells us she's like literally ganking us right now from this direction. Orianna's and maps are allowed to push. But I just think that everything leading up to this point is flawed, and you should have been stopped by the Orianna. Everyone dies here. Okay, yep. You shouldn't move, because this is useless. You're moving to stop her from like taking this, which is totally whatever. Udyr fucked up anyways. And then your recall is delayed because she's just here to stop you. She has the plant, it's annoying. And you're forced to come back to a wave in which you missed 3 minions for no reason. And just like CS it. Orianna's stronger, you have no mana, you have no TP, she has TP, she has everything. Right. Sorry. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of this, right? I'll probably chalk this up to... because I don't have you here, I can't really know what you're thinking, or like, what you intended to do, but I'm gonna chalk this up to just like, no matchup knowledge. Orianna R is really, really strong. She doesn't have to kill you with it, she just has to put you in enough threat where you can't do anything else. And it's like, you're probably dead here, because she'll just auto-attack you and kill you. But like, even with flash, like, you're gonna flash and then what? She just does the same thing to you again and again and again. And so the idea versus Orianna is Corki. Like, don't do this. You can poke her here. In this range, you're already like why? There's no reason to be in this range. You're gonna be hit, it's unlucky that the R doesn't hit, but even if it does, she's still poking you out. Right? You're all-inning her, but you're on her minions, you're taking damage, she has a shield, she just like QWs you, Rs you, autos, and yeah, you're probably dead. Yeah. It's a misassessment of your strength as Corki when the fights you've been taking are literally just because she's not playing very well. And that's fine, that's fine. I think it's better just to, like, if you see her, instantly walk and then auto-attack her. And the reason why is because she has the potential to steal this, and she's probably going to int anyway for it, right? So like, you W her, it's unfortunate that she's knocked away from the team, right? Wait, do you kill her? No. Wow, nice. But I just think like it shouldn't work like that. Like if you just walk here, and then you don't have to use your random, like your package randomly for like one kill, maybe it's fine. You get her flash out, and then I think she should just RE right here, and she'll live, but it's fine. Yeah, she could just RE and it'd be fine. Orianna could have eaten, it'd be fine. And here you actually don't want to chase for this kill or like do anything because you have a cannon wave under tower. You'll make it back in time, but like, yeah. The time wasted in the damage to tower was not worth you, like, threatening Orianna for no reason. Yeah, that's dead. I think that you actually shouldn't move there, because you know that it's a dead play. And you're just wasting time when you can instead hit the wave. Yeah, okay. Great, she's dead. Oh, no auto attack, unlucky. Yep, good cutting. Okay.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I don't think that you should actually recall here, because you can push out this wave. We don't know where Orianna is for sure, but we know that she's going to be like be in base or like be coming from base. Or so like I think that if she was better at the game, she'd be somewhere here right now. But even if she was here, that'd be enough time for you to dump your entire like kit into this thing and just clear it out really quickly, right? So you should do that in the future. That also prevents you from having to TP back, which is what yeah. What I just thought you were about to do. Because like yeah, you're TPing back and then like sure you're fresh, but you could have been fresh with, you know, more gold under your belt, and it would just been a better situation. Again, final time I'm gonna say it because you probably just didn't know, but like versus a lot of mages like Orianna, you don't win until you get your malignant spike. You just like never ever win against these people because they deal more damage than you in a like EQ for Ari or like QE for Syndra or Talia like WE or you know Orianna QW. All of these abilities are just way more burst damage than you can offer at this point in the game, and frankly at all points in the game, because Corki is supposed to play a million years away with his R. So you're just gonna be chunked like this over and over if you fight. Like her just hitting this on you actually threatens you a lot because you only have your W to get away, which isn't faster than her R. So like if she QRs you right now, Sejuani could just come and kill you, in my opinion. Right? Yeah. Like if she R'd you right now, or sorry, she doesn't have it. But like imagine if she had it, because you don't know her cooldowns, or maybe you do, and you don't think it's up. She could deal 389 damage to you. You know that's like basically half your HP. Even with magic resist, I don't think that's enough. It's like it reduces half your current HP, and then she obviously has like the rest of her abilities like a W, and then her E also does damage. Sejuani comes in, like just walks at you. You can't even slow her because of her passive. You just die. It's unsafe to trade like that, and you're spamming R to CS against these type of champions when they play optimally. Which actually makes them not want to play optimally in front of you, because it's really annoying to get R'd by Corki from a million years away and then not get anything out of it. So, but like until they walk away because they're disinterested with trading with Corki or getting poked out by Corki, you want to be standing far away. It's kind of like a push and pull. She's walking this way, you just walk back. She walks away, now you can push up. Right? It's like same thing here. You have the issue with Corki is that his first two R's are like not that great, but then the second one, or sorry, the third one, like the one with the extended range, is really good because it hits them far, does more damage. You're less interested in hitting your smaller R's because it just really doesn't matter, and you're more interested in hitting your bigger R. And it's better, like hitting your Q should be impossible versus Orianna, so I wouldn't even try it and getting chunked like this. Yeah, she'd kill you right here, I think. So like if we just cast her R over and over again, we can poke her while she's CSing and just be annoying. But if we're going to use our Q, she QW Rs, and then you're dead. Like right now, you're just dead. Even if you react with your W. Oh dear. Nice. What she can do instead, actually, How do I do? Yeah, okay. If she's planning on flashing on you, like right here, if you look at her abilities, if she flashes, and just like auto attacks you, and or like W's herself and auto attacks you, because what you're gonna do is you don't have flash, so you have to W away, and it only brings her over here, which is still actually in her Q range. She can just like QR you and you're dead still. And remember that she has the speed up from W, so she'd be able to like just keep on walking and hit you. There's really no winning this. I like your confidence, but it's not conducive to winning the games. It's the wrong type. Okay, yeah, that was good. Like this is how, in my opinion, you should play Corki. You're standing here, like really far away, and you're just gonna like R the wave. Like this is good. This is good. That's what you should be doing for most of the game. And by the way, this is different from me saying like don't stand in QW, because it's more of just like general teamfight positioning. Or if you're like doing this in a teamfight, you will die, because Orianna is just a champion of all time. Okay. Yep. Exactly. Perfect. Exactly. Perfect. Yeah. General safety tip, it's kind of like Vladimir when if you don't have W you can't walk up. It's the same thing with Orianna. Uh she doesn't ever have to kill you with her R, she only has to like almost kill you, and then she basically has killed you. So she's here, and like you're using your R abilities, and then randomly one day you just decide I'm going to not use my R to CS these minions. Sorry, like this cannon. And then you walk in too close, she walks in on top of you, and then you're dead. I think you can react with flash, you definitely can react with flash to Orianna R, but it's not worth it because it's up so quickly, which is maybe why it surprised you. And my issue with this game right now is that if you're trying to play Corki in lower elo, you need to play in a way, because your opponents allow you to, you should play in a way that denies them access to resources, so they're not as much as a threat compared to you. Right, like, it's just so cringe, I get it. Because of that, you should not be staying here, because she could just, walk at you and kill you. Put threat onto you, Sejuani could do the same. Thank God you're pushing here and they're, terrible if we get the Drake anyways.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
And the reason why something like gaining control of the wave instead of like poking your opponent is a better idea is because it lets you control the game better. Because you can basically mind control where Orianna goes at all points in the game. You can say, well, like, I don't want you to base because I have to like, I don't want you to base and get stronger and then come back because I also can't do that right now. Or like, I'm also just stronger than you right now. Or if you want her to waste TP so that she has TP back to lane instead of like to get the cannon wave like you did, instead of going to side lane and like helping her team, then you can also command that like, hey, I'm going to force you to TP to lane so that you don't miss your cannon wave, and I'm going to move elsewhere on the map to influence, and like you don't even have to go anywhere, you just have to sit out of vision. Like you could sit in the bush, be your own ward, and it would apply more pressure. Nice. You just saw that she used her spell shield there, so it should be like immediately, I want to all in, or like, I'm trying to all in. But since we missed the opportunity, we just do it again. Because it seems like the enemy team is not really putting their resources towards you, right? Yeah, just keep on poking. It's also not a bad thing to, here. Like, if we see Orianna, we just saw her, because she was mid lane, and if we, well, like, now we don't because we're not in vision, but we saw her before, and we know that they're top lane here, right? It's a perfect time to, like, stand on top of the ADC and beat them. You're still partly an AD champion, so it's not like your auto attacks are useless. And it would apply a lot more pressure to the Sivir if she couldn't walk up at all. Like, right here. Yeah. Like right here, if you just walked up to Sivir, like if you stood in this bush and you waited, right? She has no vision of you. Like if you just waited here, she's gonna walk here, you see her, then you like W onto her, like RW, E, auto, like Q, blah 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 blah, all that stuff. And then you burst her down so she can't even participate in the fight. So she's forced to cast R and or maybe Ghost early. And then you don't have to run into this Orianna, which fucking sucks. Like I get you didn't expect her, but it's better to just stay, like regardless of knowing Orianna's there or not. And then after dealing with it like this, we can look at Orianna and then choose to like attack her. The issue of vision like this, or here, sorry, the issue of vision like this is that it actually, like, is exactly why it leads to problems here. If we have no control of the map because we lost our mid tower, which is partly due to our wave management issues and like other things, and we don't have any vision in here, partly because our support's stupid, partly because you don't buy control wards, which is fine, partly because nobody's getting vision of here, which kind of sucks. We don't want to put the ward here, even if we're pushing. And the reason why is because it's just less safe. This entire area is less safe than them maybe pathing here. Because if, like, let's say Sejuani's coming here, Sejuani could walk here, sure. You'd still probably be able to get away. Like, maybe blow flash if you have to, but you're still getting away. But if they come behind you, you're already screwed. So it's about, like, order of priority. If you have zero safety in here, ward here first, and then ward here. I don't know, in this state, even if you're like low at scale, it still just seems to be a bunch of issues. And I'm not going to go into the minutia of like every team fight. We can break that down together. Like the way in which it's played, we're catching waves if we get a kill. And it's sort of a slog at this point. It doesn't feel very clean. You're kind of like going through the motions and attempting to survive versus their team. Okay. I like it a lot. You're identifying that they're split up and trying to push different lanes at once, and then you're just staying there, and then, oh, that's fine. And then you're just going to different lanes and then killing them. Oh, TP. I don't like these types of ganking TPs without package. Like, you don't have package up. Obviously. But like, instead of hitting the brand here, it's much more important to me to stop them from taking the turret. Like, the brand kills fine. Like, okay, you don't need— wow, okay, that's unlucky. But like, they got— if you just, instead of TPing, walked here, you could have saved your turret, and you could have played the exact same way, because Gragas would have come from behind, and like, not— and then he would have actually felt more like going towards these people, which are the people you want to kill. Instead, you know, like, we win this, but we still lose the tower. I'd argue that Corki is not— even with package, he's not really a flank angle champion, because you still have a really good destructive power just like Wing through the entire team as the team fight's happening, if you're able to, and if not, then just like using it as a barrier, just crossing from one side of the fight to the next. Right. 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 Good kill with package. Kind of. Oh, no. I will review this team fight because it seemed like you're talking about your team doesn't wait with you with packages, so like these kind of fights where you're getting picked with package, I don't think it— I know there have been other cases where it doesn't really work out, but for something like this, you're committing your package to kill one person, or like to maybe kill one person, right? And so you need to imagine yourself like that, right? We just use actually not just our package W, but we also used our second W. In my opinion, I really don't think that's like worth it, because you have the amount of burst to kill her with package anyways, like if you watch the damage. right? Like she's hit, you are her, right? There's just enough damage in your kit and where she doesn't really have to be killed by the second W. And then the reason why I'm so anal about this is because even if it takes like a half a second longer, or like, I don't know, like even 2 seconds to kill the Orianna, if you have your W to get out of these situations like this, like imagine if instead of Wing here to kill her, we just like kited this way while also hitting her, eventually killed her when she's maybe right here, and then W over the wall. There's no way that we can die. But we're slowed, and then it's like, oh, we need to blow flash. This sucks. And then... and then this happens, right? Now they don't have flash, it's more difficult. Oh, that's a troll breath. Ooh. I'd say that when you're being attacked by Bran like this, and that you know you're gonna die, you should actually... Okay, never mind, you do. You do try to W on him before you die, but you should do that a lot sooner because the W is going to be on top of your body while you respawn, so it's a lot more difficult to like chase you or stand on top of your body to camp you. And then there, you're looking to kill the brand instead of just getting alive, or like staying alive and scaling. Like right here, you have the option to just leave now. You can just leave. These people are here, you know that they're coming, and instead of getting out, you stay and then die. Even if we kill Brand, it's not worth it. Because you're the only carry, you're dead for 50 seconds. Like, you're the only reason they cannot start Baron. Like, what does Vayne do to stop Baron? She has to walk through the range Orianna kills. Udyr, same thing. Like, all these people just can't stop it. But the one thing they're scared of is you standing right here and doing nothing but being a bitch and pressing R. Like, they can't do anything to that. Except for maybe Orianna hides her ball in here, which is a champion-specific thing. It's the same for any objective, which is why Corki is so strong in pro play, is that like you can't start it if Corki sits there for like a million years and just pushes RP on you. Because by the time you're done with the objective, you're just gonna die. What the fuck? Ah, Lethal York, right? You know, that's just unfortunate. I would argue that it's not worth it to use your abilities on the York minions like this, like see you art it, and then like everything. They're still healthy, because like you know that they take less AoE damage, so you should just walk away from them. Especially if you see that much initial damage from them. I wasn't expecting you to die, but it's still just too much to just stand there and like R them. Yeah, I don't know. All these people are stupid. Right. We're dead. And then this is here's another one. Like, they're looking to kill you, and as long as they do that, then only then do they start Herald. Or sorry, not Herald, Drake. Like, if you were alive, they would never ever start this, in my opinion. And if they did, then they'd lose, because you stand here, you are them. Or, like, you're standing here and you are them, and then you just W away. So over and over, it's like these huge objectives late in the game. You're not really looking to, like, kill a lot of people. You're just looking to, like, exist on the map. And as long as you exist on the map, they can't kill you. Or, sorry, they can't, like, kill your base. Because you just sit here and then you are them. Right, same thing. They're trying to push in, and it's really difficult for them to, like, get any damage off, because if they get hit by you, then they take, like, a third of their HP. But then, when we see Vayne flash in here and then, like, kill the person, we W in, which says, hey, Corki no longer has anything to escape, let's just kill him, and they instantly focus you. They don't care about Vayne. Only you. Only you. Like, they're literally all walking at you, and only after, like, they think that you're gonna die, which you end up dying. Only after that happens do they target the Vayne. So it's much more important for actually both Vayne and you if you stay alive, because you're the one that's going to provide consistent wave clear, and you're the one that's going to be providing all of the damage that Vayne can't deal when she's, like, a screen away from them. I just can't imagine this point you guys win when you don't, but it's fine. We TP in, we use everything, great. Okay. Nice. I would argue for Banshees over Maw, because I think that putting more, like, a power into your R is a lot better. Like, just the way in which, like, his scaling operates any amount of AP. Even though the AP ratios, like, look slower, the amount of power you can get from something like Banshees to, like, actually just block an entire ability, instead of maybe keeping it alive after you've already been hit, is a lot better. Because Sejuani has her R. If you have your Banshees on, she cannot hit her R ever. Or Orianna cannot hit her Shockwave, like, without hitting you with a W or a Q first, ever. It's a lot more difficult. Like, at this point, you're just gone. GG's.